I bet you didn't think you could make a healthy, fast, and easy version of orange chicken, essentially. We're calling it orange tofu or orange cauliflower. We're making both. I'll show you how right now. Hey everybody, this is Dylan.
And Reeves.
We are all about making YouTube videos that help you to stick to your healthy diet and lifestyle by making really fast, easy recipes. Today we are making orange cauliflower / tofu. We're gonna do a little bit of both. I often tell you, don't get too caught up on trying to recreate dishes that are terribly unhealthy to try to make healthy versions. But sometimes they're just so easy to do right. Now you can make this orange cauliflower tofu and actually taste the flavor of the food. Am I right, Reeves?
Yeah, it's so good.
It's so greasy from the store and expensive, and you feel terrible after. Why not make a healthy version that you can eat whenever you want to? Come on in, Reeves, let's make this orange tofu cauliflower. I've got a whole head of cauliflower and a block of tofu that I've been pressing here. You can just do cauliflower. Honestly, we would usually do it with just cauliflower, but tofu is richer, so you might enjoy it. A lot of Chinese restaurants make orange tofu now, but it's still just as unhealthy as the chicken version. Don't eat it. Here's a head of cauliflower, and we just need to core it. Cut around the core, and we'll try to remove it, and then you can start breaking up these florets like that. See how they'll just kind of push away from the core? We'll toss the core. You can like do something with it if you want, but I'm not gonna. Just chop these pieces of cauliflower into bite-sized pieces that you'll enjoy. Whatever yours is, it'll work just fine with this recipe. Some are big, some are small, whatever. We're not gonna be able to use the whole head. If we were just making one of the other tofu or cauliflower, we could probably use the whole head. Tofu time. As you can see here, I have a tofu press. They have a lot of different tofu presses. I do recommend you have one if you like tofu, if you eat a lot of tofu. It is nice to press it sometimes for dishes like these. We don't take this thing out a lot, but we would be sad if we didn't own it. This is a Tofu Express. Any proper tofu press will work so that you don't have to just like set books on top of your tofu. We've got a block of firm or extra firm, it doesn't matter. I've been pressing it in here for like maybe 20 minutes, and then you just pour out the water. You're left with this gorgeous firm block of tofu. Let's cut it right down the middle here, and now you can just chop them into whatever size pieces you want. I feel like that's a pretty reasonable piece. Fourths.
I think this is a really kid-friendly dish too.
Yes, I do think it's a pretty kid-friendly dish. It's richer because of the tofu. The way this works is just like you might expect. There's gonna be a batter, then there's a breading, then we're gonna bake it, and then we're gonna coat it with some sauce after all of that. Our breading is gonna use oat flour. These are currently rolled oats, and we'll just give it a grind until it turns into flour. I never buy oat flour, just oats, and I'll just grind it up as needed. That's it. What was that, 5 seconds? That's pretty fast. Our oat flour going in, and some onion and garlic powder. Isn't that beautiful? Let's whisk this around because our whisk is still dry, and it's not going to be in just a moment. For the wet stuff, really, really simple. Some chickpea flour and water. And now whisk it up into a nice thick batter. Your whisk is now filthy. Be sure to run straight to the sink and clean it, because once that dries, then you gotta clean each one of these like spindles. No way. Get to the sink. I feel like I relearn this process every time I do it. Here's what we're gonna do. Grab a handful of tofu, throw it in this batter. We'll scoop it around with the spoon. It's coating very nicely. Maybe we like use the tongs and kind of toss it. Oh, that's working out good.
Yeah,
the tong method. Try to keep your breading on the item. I've got an air fryer basket here, and I put parchment. Do you need the parchment? Probably not. Sometimes when I do a lot and I use spoons, there's a lot of breading that, see how it's all crusted up on here? It can be a lot worse than that if you're using other methods. So this seems like a pretty good method. I'm digging it.
You guys are always asking us for the best air fried tofu recipe. This is it, because this is a blank canvas. We're gonna put orange sauce on it later, but you could put any sauce you want, including Molly World. Back to you, Dill.
Let's take a few pieces of cauliflower, and we're just gonna do the same thing. Toss them around here, get them all coated, give them a little shake, and then let's just do it like we did it.
Oh, that looks nice.
That looks pretty good. That looks pretty good.
So you guys can pick one or the other. We're just showing you both.
I like doing both. You know, you're getting more calories. You're getting more rich food if you just do tofu. But if you do it with rice and then you put some steamed veggies on top with it, like Reeves did last week when she made this for me, that's a great way of diluting the concentration of the tofu. You could definitely just kind of shake the bowl a little. Ooh, this works well.
I can't wait for you to forget this technique.
You could have me make this video next week and I'll be like, oh, this is Look at that. Let's get these babies in the air fryer. Are you ready to make a delicious orange sauce to go with this tofu and cauliflower? We're using a real orange, not just orange juice. I'm gonna peel this thing and the whole orange is going right in the blender. Wow, look at that.
Whoa.
I like peeling my oranges that way, I can tell you.
Now you can serve the tofu inside of the orange peel.
Wow.
Or you could put a scoop of rice inside of it. How culinary would that be?
3 deglet dates. They're pitted, but I'm gonna squeeze them to make sure, because you just never know. Couple little chili pods. These are the hot ones. You can use just a little bit of chili pepper, a mild chili powder if you want. But these are the little hot Thai red chilies. I love these. They don't give it too much kick, don't worry. Garlic. What's a dish without a lot of garlic? We're throwing in a good tablespoon of minced garlic. I use the cheater garlic here. You could use the fresh stuff, whatever. We're using fresh stuff for the ginger, I can tell you that. And I don't hold back on the ginger, kind of the size of my thumb from knuckle up.
But do you peel it?
I didn't bother peeling it that well. I got some of the junky stuff off, but the blender will do that. You'll never know.
And interestingly enough, the fiber from the orange makes the sauce thick.
It does make it nice and thick and creamy. That's why I really do like using that whole orange. Thank you for explaining that better, because I didn't. 1 green onion. We're gonna need to use our little plunger for this anyway, but we'll help it along and chop it up just a touch. We need that very Asian flavor that we all love, rice vinegar. Like a tablespoon or so. If you eat salt in the diet, you can have a little soy sauce or tamari, a teaspoon, a couple teaspoons. This recipe says up to a tablespoon. We'll do like that much. But if you're avoiding salt, don't worry, just leave it out. You're still gonna totally love this. It's delicious.
But if you do eat salt and enjoy a tablespoon of soy sauce in the entire recipe, it's still drastically less than when you get it in the restaurant.
Thank you for saying that. You're absolutely right. Let's blend it up till it's nice and creamy. You're gonna need the plunger to get everything going, okay? Reeves has informed me that I forgot 2 tablespoons of water, enough that you can get the job done. Okay, let's see just how thick it is. Don't let it get too thin, just a little bit of water. Let's have a little taste and see what we got. Oh, it's so good. If there is a little bit of a kick, it will be less kick once you put it on the food and mix it with rice and everything else. So let your sauce be a little spicy, but I know some of you will not. Respect either way. We still got more to do, folks. While that's cooking, we gotta get prepping. You know how important it is to me that our food look absolutely marvelous for Instagram all the time, every meal, every day. I'm being sarcastic. I couldn't care less what the food looks like. But this is a nice touch, not for looks, but also for flavor. We're gonna chop up some green onions. After we toss our orange tofu and cauliflower in the sauce, sprinkle on some green onions and some of these dark sesame seeds. The light regular sesame seeds will do as well. I love the black sesames for this very thing. Dressing things up, making them look that little last bit of pizzazz that I usually don't care about. We've got a bag of frozen rice. All you do is microwave this for 3 minutes. You can also put it in the steamer on the stove, which is what we're gonna do with these. A bag of mixed veggies we had in the freezer. We're just gonna use them, whatever. I've got a steamer pot here. We're just gonna do it that way. We'll just do the whole bag. Close it up, put it on high, and let it roll. It's that easy. The rice. Just put the correct side face down for some reason. I don't know. I'm not an engineer. Oh wait, I am. 3 minutes. One thing I do want to touch on a little more, we alluded to it at the beginning of the video, but be careful, especially if you're a beginner, with trying to recreate unhealthy dishes. That can be something where people get into this trap where they think that they need to enjoy all the things that they once enjoyed in a healthy version. Well, A, that usually takes a lot of time and energy, not just to figure it out, but even once you have it figured out, making that recipe on repeat can be a lot harder than just making really simple recipes like we did. Today's orange tofu and cauliflower was so fast and easy that that's okay. That's why I'm saying, like, you just have to be careful. If you're trying to recreate like creme brulee, then you're gonna spend 3 days on it and you're just gonna be like, I can't stick to this. It's too complicated. I gotta relearn everything, and then you're gonna fall off. Don't get too caught up on trying to recreate everything that your great grandmother used to make. Eat really simple, plain food. That's what I'm trying to say. These particular frozen veggies I like. I don't like canned green beans, but I do like frozen green beans just fine. Both the tofu and the cauliflower have been in for 25 minutes. I'm not really worried about the tofu, but I did want to test the cauliflower. Oh yeah, I haven't even put sauce on this. We got our rice. They don't stick at all, so I really think the basket would have been fine. Am I tossing our veggies?
If it were me, I would toss them in sauce.
I kind of like this idea. Okay, there's some veg, some cauliflower, and some tofu. Drizzle in some of this nice thick sauce. Oh boy. Now we got orange flavored veggies and our crispy cauliflower and tofu. Maybe half the bag of rice. And we got all of our goodies. Let's get get right in there. Now, you can definitely still do this as an appetizer style. You don't have to add all the veggies and rice, but this is a nice touch. Sprinkle with our green onions. They blend in a little bit to some of the veggies, whatever, but these won't.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, that's pretty. What do we have here?
It's my creation, rice in a citrus.
Beautiful. Needs a little sriracha though. So we got a bottle of Well Your World sriracha. The glass bottle makes for a much more flavorful sriracha. So I make it in a glass bottle, put it in a reusable squeezer, and voila, a squeeze bottle of sriracha just like you wanted. We can take a drizzle and dress up Reebs' orange rice. Now how about a drizzle on here? Oh, wow. Now we can taste it. Oh, wow. Wow, I was surprisingly good at that. Well, let's have a taste, shall we, Reebs?
I'm interested to see if you like the tofu better or the cauliflower.
Oh boy, I think I'm gonna like them both very much. Mwah. That was a cauliflower, by the way. The texture is so good. It's rich from the breading that's on there, which are all healthy ingredients instead of garbage. Now you can get that richness, but feel like you're not gonna be sick after. Exceptional. But I think Reebs will want a little more orange sauce, so I'm just gonna get this bite ready. Reebs, come taste.
Okay, the cauliflower just melts in your mouth. It's cooked perfectly. And that orange sauce tastes so fresh. Ooh, the sriracha is so good too. It all just works. Let me try the tofu. That tofu is so delicious. It's a blank canvas.
Toss it right in sriracha, or our Asian sauce is super tasty. Indian, those would all be really, really good. The Well Your World products.
Can't put it down, right, Dylan? I could just squirt that sriracha straight into the mouth.
Oh, I have. Dang, I can't decide what I like more, the cauliflower or the tofu. The cauliflower texture is like so good, but then the tofu texture is like chewy and really tasty too. It just works.
Try it both ways.
Yes, try it every way, and don't forget, make it fast, simple, and easy, and you'll actually stick to this way of eating forever. Check out more videos like this one. Thanks for watching. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.